He didn't say I'm sorry to me. They was standing all up on my stuff. He got to say I'm sorry to me, personally.
He seems like he's an immature person, so it sounds like an immature punishment for an immature person.
Once the fans became agitated, they were hell-bent on destroying property. We saw kids on top of food trucks trying to topple them.
They were inside.
CENAT's fine addresses the property damage to the park, but to the best of our knowledge, none of it will go to the businesses who were impacted.
$10,000 to fix what they did.
Well, Alvin Bragg is at it again in New York. And, you know, it's a wonder why this city hasn't really just become escaped from New York at this point. Not telling you to leave New York. If you live in New York, I tell you, fight for where you live. I know those of us here on Staten Island, a lot of us here are sticking our guns, staying where we're at. We are on here. Cuticast TV is. And the thing about it is, when you hear stories like this, and, I was talking to a legal friend who used to be NYPD, and he's saying, how much has, this city fallen as far as, it's not really the NYPD's fault. It's basically the politics into this situation. When you hear stuff like this, that we're about to discuss, it's the insanity behind this, and that they allowed this to just be a slap on the wrist. Now, if you read the title, you know what we're talking about. We're talking Kai Cenat, the Twitch streamer, who about a year ago sent 14th Street, Union Square in New York City upside down with a major riot during a PlayStation giveaway. If you're not familiar with it, this is what happened. Basically, Kai Cenat was going to say he come to New York. He was going to give away PlayStations, gift cards, and all that, and that he was going to be in 14th Street to do it. And you say, maybe a couple people show up and stuff like that. No, it literally went from Twitch to TikTok to, everybody was out there sending, flares up that this was going to happen. And what happened was the entire area was engulfed with young people. And when the police stepped in and pulled Kai out, basically people went nuts. Not everyone was going to get a PlayStation. Not everyone was going to get a gift card. Some people were going to walk away with nothing. But see, the thing about it is, tell that to not the couple dozen people, not the couple 100 people, not, you had maybe a couple thousand people show up to a very busy neighborhood. Now, if you're not familiar with Union Square is a major hub. Back when I was youth, it would be equivalent to Herald Square in a way. Somehow it still is. You have Whole Foods down there. I think Best Buy is still there. A couple of other big shops, small grocery stores, farmer markets. There's one hospital unit there, specialty hospital, and a major train hub. You got the 4, 5, 6, N, R, and Q train in that hub area. So you have a lot of people moving around. And of course, one of my favorite places, Forbidden Planet, is a block over, the comic book store. But, you have all these people, and what happened was, you had a lot of damage. You had people who, basically, businesses were heavily damaged. Things were stolen. It was like a newsstand. Guys, stuff was stolen from him. And then the media was like, well, man, so there were some people saying, well, a couple of chips doesn't mean anything. Yeah, he lost a couple of chips. No, he lost a lot more than that. It was more than a couple of chips. And some people were slamming on that as well. You had a situation, you had cars damaged, lost wages, workers lost wages to that point. There are some independent little shop owners that have, their wares on the outside, lost money to the situation. And guess what? They're not going to be paying them back. CENAT was only to issue an apology.
We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. I'm deeply sorry. Sorry.
And after that, pay $55,000. $55,000, that's nothing. That's a drop in the well, as they would say. This is the failure in New York City right now. The failure of the district attorneys, the judges. You could put blame on the police department, but it is our politicians, our mayor, our governor, our racist governor, after the things that she's just said recently. The woman, and she backtracked on it, but she's saying that black children don't know what computers are. See, this is the mentality that is in these liberal cities. Yeah, and I call it liberal cities, and they're, the Republicans are not angels either. But the thing about it is, when you look to this perspective, look at the perspective of what is going on in these cities. You have stores leaving the area. You have so many stores that have left New York City. The tourists are finally coming back. But the stores that were there are gone. I mean, thank God here on Staten Island, we are still building. I mean, we've lost some stores, but we expected to get... what is it? A Five Below, which is like $1. It's like a $5 store in a way on there. Home Goods, which is part of TJ Maxx, and a BJ Wholesalers, which is going to be opening up soon, and other stores that are going to be opening throughout Staten Island. At least they're trying to build. This is why they're trying to succeed. That other state where they were making fun of, the white people just want their own neighborhood. No, there are a lot of places where, being part of the rest of the city doesn't work. Yeah, it's going to be hard if we succeed here in Staten Island. But the thing about it is, in the end, New York doesn't have our interest involved. Look at their interest on 14th Street, Union Square. This is a major hub for New York. And they allowed this to happen. And they allowed other the protests that have been going on, the whole Middle East protests that have been going on, the defacement of New York City statuettes and museums and everything. The ridiculous things like that. Then, of course, the crime, the kids that are being... Just recently, you had 4 incidences recently of kids being killed in New York City. And it continues on and on. The prostitution on Roosevelt Avenue, the shoplifted goods being sold right back out on the streets. You have passports and IDs being sold off the streets like a black marketeer somewhere in a third world country. So tell me in the comments below, what are your thoughts of this? I mean, do you believe that Kai, he got off what he was supposed to get, or should he have gotten something more? Should he have gotten jail time, bigger fine? Believe me, there are probably going to be some civil lawsuits coming out of this. I hope he's prepared for that, because I know there are some business owners that were upset to this situation. Now, don't forget to hit that like, share this video, and maybe today's the day I've earned your subscription. Now, still, before we go, we will have an announcement very soon. Hopefully it's before the Memorial Day weekend. It might be afterwards, but there are big changes coming. Okay, and we have a big announcement. This is why our content has been a little light on all of our social media platforms. We do apologize on this, but there is a lot going on. When this is finished, you will understand. So thank you very much. Enjoy your week. And when you see this, if you see this before Memorial Day, have a good Memorial Day weekend. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are two ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.